Well, this is a very complex question, so I would prefer to answer to few parts of it. Basically, making choices is not a big issue for us because uh, we know who we are, so we are archiving the cinematographic works and kind of building the archive for the future, because I always say that the archives are here for the future, not only to safeguard the past. However, the market and the overall situation has been changing profoundly. So we have the huge gaming industry, we have the small screen productions growing very, very fast. So we will have to discuss those new challenges. And we don't have the answers for that yet, but we know that the situation in the audiovisual sector has been changing so much that we have to be involved in the broader discussion with the government, with the state film fund, with with other stakeholders in order to find a solution for all that. Speaking about pandemic, this is maybe a cliche, but I always like to take a crisis as an opportunity. And we mainly realized that sustainability, which is also an overused word, but I think it's still very meaningful, and it's, I think, very important to understand this particular word in the new context, because sustainability in the time of the crisis and maybe difficulties which we cannot foresee is something different than sustainability in the time of safety of the past. So we basically try to keep doing all the things which we are supposed to do, and to maintain the quality of our job. During the pandemic, my colleagues in the archive were working mainly from home. However, there is still people who are working with the material, people who are doing their job on editing tables and so on. So not everyone obviously is able to work from home. So we kind of organized separate shifts for those people so that they would not meet each other in a bigger group in the vaults, for example. So those were the techniques which are probably shared everywhere, because it's been the number one thing to keep all the people in such an institution healthy and safe. And I have to say that we, except for myself, paradoxically, except for myself, we didn't have anybody who would be seriously infected by COVID-19. I had this privilege of experiencing that, and I cannot recommend to anybody. So please, please stay very careful. I know what the hell it is. Sure. That's well. Actually, the Steam Deck experience has been, it's been over for a couple of years already. We try to make the live, especially for the producers and creators, directors, whoever, their life as easy as possible. So we know that it's very important to get what they need to get it fast, in good quality, and they have to understand that they can rely on us. So this is why we've been communicating with our partners in the industry only online, and once there is a material that they require and it's not been digitized yet, we digitize that for them. So it's very smooth, but it's not an effect of the pandemic. We started doing that already maybe 3-4 years ago. So it's been going very well, and I'm very happy that we managed to rise the standards of cooperation with the audiovisual industry as such. Well, this is ethically very complicated because, on the one hand, myself, for example, I insist that the material we provide to anybody cannot be changed or manipulated. Uh, the easiest thing that can happen is adding colors. You know, this is something that I would call falsification of history. No matter the argument that we are going to give the most natural colors to your black and white footage. I say, look, this has been always black and white, so you are altering you're destroying the authenticity of this archival element, and you are changing the way how people would see their own past and our common past. So I think this is something we should not allow. We don't have really the legal um, kind of weapon how to do that. So we have to discuss with the people in the industry that these should be the standards for any future collaboration with the archives or heritage institutions. That authenticity of an archival material is something that you have to respect for each and every production. Obviously, we cannot control everything. So I cannot say that there are not any shots from our collection which would be misused, abused, or whatever. However, for the projects that we work on, basically on a basis of an agreement, of a contract, we always want to see the final product. In some cases which are more sensitive, we have even kind of higher measures. So for example, we have the footage from the Jewish Museum in Prague, and we had an agreement with them that anytime such footage would be used by any third part, any production company or whoever, they will we will let them know ahead of time, so they would have a chance to talk to them and be sure that that footage is not going to be abused. Well, the reactions to the never-ending transformation of the technology are different. For example, one of our future projects is to organize a kind of educational program for projectionists who want to get the skill of projecting 35 millimeter print, something that is very rare. And there is no kind of formal education or training for those people. So I think this is a task for a film archive who is willing to show 35 millimeter prints on premises which are fitted to that. You know. So this is one of the future projects, which is on the opposite side to the you know, high-end technology of today. However, yes, there are technologies which are influencing our life. We are, you know, using them to enable our colleagues to work from home. So we have a lot of footage which needs cataloging or any description. We try to digitize that in order for the curators or catalogers to be able to work on those at home. So the technology is here all the time, but we know that Film Archive as a film heritage institution is not going to be rich. That doesn't exist. We want to do what we need to do, so we cannot shoot too high. We have to do things which are which we can guarantee. You know, so there is no way of you know, buying the high-end, freshest gadgets, because it's not sustainable. And we want to be here for the future generations, not only for the for show off of today.